Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Hello, welcome to Friday. It is the KVJ After the Show podcast brought to you by Bud's Chicken and Seafood.
Speaking of Bud's Chicken and Seafood, they are catering our KVJ volunteer tomorrow. He wants to know, should he bring the stuff to the beach? Maybe certificates? Maybe have a party after?
Bring it to the beach. That'll be the easiest. I mean, that way he doesn't have a bunch of people in his restaurant. He can deal with his regular business.
And they can go to when they want to
Exactly.
at different locations.
They can go whenever they want.
Do you have to get it cleared, though? I know they have food trucks out there. So,
Well, no, what I'm saying is he's going to bring out
Coupons.
certificates, stuff like that.
gotcha.
Little
Okay.
coupons.
Yeah.
So it'll be there,
Yeah.
just hand it out, and then you go right down the street to go get it.
And he wants
Exactly.
7 locations, by the way.
Works for me.
All through the Palm Beaches. Try the bird sauce. They're
Yep.
pushing the all their crab cakes and all of their seafood stuff right now.
It's the seafood spectacular.
No big deal.
Well, we got a big weekend going on, not just the KVJ Volunteer Army event cleaning up the beach tomorrow. We got Rib Roundup, going to be on Saturday. Looking forward to that. Going to be out there. That's a day of just ribs and beer. And you know what?
Yeah.
Cast your diet aside on that one. Come out for
Ribs
some
and
great live
beer.
music. Yep. I get to introduce, I think, my first country act ever. Fred Campbell. Yeah, about 420.
Look at you.
Yeah, I'd invite Denny's, but I know where he's going to be at 420, so
Is that Glenn Campbell's kid?
I don't think so.
Okay. You know, a lot of times they're generations.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like, you would have Hank Williams and then Hank Williams Jr.
Yes.
Yeah.
Reba McEntire Jr.
Really? I've never heard of Reba McEntire Jr.
She's good.
I bet she's great.
Up and comer.
She's
Yeah.
made up.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so anyway, check that all out. Here we go with some of the other stuff going on. That non-political protest going to be going down this weekend. If you'd like to be a part of it and get specifics, you can send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com. But I think we're pretty much going to be somewhere, not exactly sure where, but around 4 p.m. Dreyer Park. We'll get the exact location, all that kind of stuff to make it easier for you.
We pre-gaming?
I don't know. It's Sunday. I'm probably going to have my wits about me, so I'm probably going to, have enough beers on Saturday.
Okay.
I
look,
might have a few. You
just
never know.
asking. Wasn't sure if we're allowed to have a beer or two at this protest or not.
Yeah, I'll have a beer or two on a Sunday.
I don't know if I'm going to be
something light.
judged.
Yeah. Oh, who would judge you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, speaking of beer, somebody went back into my KVJ office and took 2 beers out.
Damn.
Like, yeah, because Jaybird just asked for that, and I'm like, I just seen him in there. There are 2 that you put in, Virginia Betas.
Oh, yeah?
And he's like, the beer's not there. I'm like, what? It's not there? I had to go check for myself. I'm like, no fucking way. Like, somebody went into it's like in the KVJ show office.
They went in the office, they went in your refrigerator, and they stole your beer.
Right.
And your boy is heartbroken.
We should dust for Prince.
Well, there's nothing to, I guess.
You know what though? I know where you're going with this. No, we can't dust for Prince, but what we can do, we can find out who did this.
Let's set a trap.
Yeah, we can totally find out who did this. I'll start asking questions.
Find out. That kind of sucks. I mean,
It
it's
does.
like,
When you think you have a beer and you don't,
Well, it's not like it's in
Well,
that.
it's just, to me, it's like, I just don't, it's a violation. It's like, I mean, it's not even like it's a common area
That's what
kind
I'm
of thing. I
saying.
mean, it's in my office. Like somebody went into the KVJ office, went into the refrigerator, took something that clearly, it's like, you can't even like be like, I don't know, maybe this is for everybody. Like, what about this situation? No, I mean, it's flat out stealing is what it is.
If it was in the kitchen, I'll give
Yeah.
a pass. But to go into the office,
Yeah, you go into someone's office, into their refrigerator, personal refrigerator, in their personal office, and be like, I don't know, maybe it's for everybody.
There's a lot of weird stuff going around these offices. You weren't here for what's going on. Somebody, we got word. Someone's going around telling everybody that me and Denny's goes in the bathroom and just pisses on the seats and don't clean it up.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Y'all wouldn't do that.
Never in a million years.
And then
would
I
we
went
do
and
that.
asked 2 separate people, and they're going, you're the rumors about Jaybird and Denny's pissing on the seats? They're going, no, what the fuck are you talking about? And the people I thought,
What did you ask?
Huh?
Who did you ask?
I don't know how secret all this
It's pretty
is.
secret. I don't.
Dina was one, yeah. I asked
Who?
Dina.
Yeah,
I was
would-
like, have you heard that rumor? And she's like, no, what are you talking about?
You ask.
And then you tell her it's true.
I did. I'm like going, yeah, well, they are, by the way. And it's disgusting.
Tell a friend.
Yeah.
Don't ask too many questions, Ralston. That's how you end up in a ditch.
Yeah. That's it. Let them know. So, yeah, we got to have some people sending in ideas for their sign for the Trump protest. Yeah, let us know, because we're going to get these. I got to stockpile these, put these together, and send them out to our sign guy today to get some of these made up. So we'll have some nice-looking signs.
The way I'm looking at it, it's really not even a protest. The way I'm personally approaching it, I want to get the president's eyes to see what, my special, reasoning. I want lower pizza. I want lower pizza prices. I want no poop in the ice water. That's what
water.
Or the ice. Ice cubes.
Dude, that's not an ice cube.
Confused protester.
You said people had a new slogan for the pizza thing, Jaybird, that they were sending you. It was a play off of something else that's going on politically.
It was, and I can't remember it right now.
Okay, cool. Knew I could count on you.
How many files do you have open on your computer?
Oh, because it's all from editing and all that shit that I haven't.
How many? I mean, it looks like 1 million.
Oh, you're talking about my desktop. Yeah.
Yes.
That's from, you can thank Viral Audio for that. So when I'm playing music, when I'm getting ready, all of a sudden I'll listen to Billy Joel and then a fucking Kardashian clip comes on.
No, that's very jarring. Yeah, here was an idea. Somebody, Stephanie, said, my sign would read, music-free KVJ.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe we can get Trump involved and he can handle that for us.
I could do that here, actually. Protest here at the building.
Kelly, her sign idea. How about get suits laid with
Thank
the KVJ
you.
number and picture of suits?
Now, we don't want to be sexual, so that's
Exactly,
crossing
yeah.
that line.
Yeah.
But what a beautiful fight to take on.
Yeah.
It is a good fight.
She said, I can imagine seeing that sign in 10 different areas. People would be like, who the fuck is Suits? Keep up the good work, fighting for the people. Make pizza cheap again.
Boom, it's catching on.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. I think that's what it is. Make pizza cheap again. That's a great one right there. Got to hold on to that. Another one about Suits. Carrie said, I wanted to give Suits a little shout out. He has been nailing the traffic reports.
Okay.
From someone who fights this Palm Beach County grind every day, day in and day out, thank you for having a soulful, clear, and enjoyable voice. You make my rage-filled commute just a little better. You were born for this little slice of radio pie. Hashtag giving credit where credit is due.
Suits does a phenomenal
Yeah, he
job.
does.
He's got a great voice for traffic. I think he sounds really, really good. I'm glad he got that.
All right. So if you think he did a good job, show him. Blow him.
Show him, blow him,
Show him. Blow him.
Mm-hmm.
See it?
No?
Blow me, don't show me.
That's show me, blow me.
Andrew said, hey, I'm a KVJ Nation, and I don't miss any of your show or podcast. Maybe it's just me, but do you remember how Jar Jar Binks walks in Star Wars? Well, every single time that you play Denny's Cypress Hill music, I picture him sauntering into the room like Jar Jar Binks.
Yes.
Denny's!
It seems to match the music perfectly. I know I'm weird, just thought it was funny.
I get it. Denny's kind of has a Jar Jar walk to him, kind of slow and
Jar Jar
steady.
gait?
Yeah.
Denny's, Misa wants you to come in here.
Misa.
Miso thinks you're stoned. There you go.
By the way, you're the star of the Dizzy games. I mean, that one role that you had in Dizzy Bowling where you almost threw it out the window is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I know, and of course the boss is like standing right there as that's the one spot he sees.
The manager who's because it wasn't during hours, so they have to, shut everything down, open it up for us.
Yeah. Right.
So he watches one ball, and it's the one ball Denny throws off the wall.
And he only turned on the lanes that we were using, and then of course the second one I throw goes in completely the wrong lane.
I love Denny so much, but the one thing you're actually really bad at is spinning. You're not a good.
I'm not.
No, he doesn't spin well. Yeah,
it's tough for me, and I really don't have much practice at it. It's been a while.
I could not stop laughing watching him. I was belly laughing the entire time shooting this.
Yeah, it's a great video. Yeah, go check it out. It's on the KVJ Show YouTube channel right now. Click like and make sure that you subscribe while you're there. We were talking about hangover stuff. Somebody texted in. I don't know if you know this, but apparently pickle juice is the ultimate hangover cure. The salt replenishes your electrolytes. Somebody says I never get hangovers because of it.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people do those pickleback shots now.
Pickleback shots. What's that?
Where you drink pickle juice as a chaser after you have a shot.
It's part of a shot. And it goes. It's like a tandem
Is
kind
it for
of
that
thing.
reason, or is it just unrelated?
I think it's because the vinegar cuts the alcohol
Yeah,
flavor.
you don't taste alcohol anymore.
Until you throw it up the next morning.
Yeah, throwing up pickle is not
Oh,
fun.
Kevin,
though.
it's not. I did it with Scotty Fusion one night at Dirty
Yeah,
Martini.
yeah.
We went at it hard, me and Scotty.
I bet you did.
You're throwing up his
Are we still
pickle?
talking about shots?
Did you give him the pickle or did he give you the pickle? That's what I gotta know.
I'll take a shot of your pickle.
You got this pickle on my back.
All right. Somebody with a Good Friday show idea says, my name is Cole. My fiance and I just moved here from Central North Carolina last year. There was a local radio station, and the morning show was called Bob and the Showgram.
We know them.
Yes, we do. Very well. We listen to you guys every morning, and now you guys have taken the place of that show since we moved here. The only difference is every Friday they did what they called a Friday free-for-all, where they would choose 10 to 15 random people and let them come on the show for a couple of hours. So every Friday they would have a studio full of fans right there at the show in the studios. Now, I've been there a couple of times, and they would send you a questionnaire to fill out, and then right away throughout the show, you would talk about some of those topics and so on and so forth. They bring people on, kind of interview them based on that stuff. You guys seem to be pretty involved with the community, and this would help get you even more involved with the community and giving followers an opportunity to actually meet you and experience what it's like to be in the studio. There you go. Only one catch. I get to come on the show all the time if you guys do it. You guys could change, though, not do it every Friday or every other Friday, something like that. It's a good idea. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I love the idea. Bob and the Showgram, know them very well. They're in Raleigh, North Carolina, up in that area. And our old PD at Wild 95.5, Brody, is on their show, and he's now their producer.
Great guy, Brody.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and I still, it's kind of cool now because Brody, who was my boss at my PD at Wild, is now somebody that, we network back and forth and send ideas back and forth. So for stuff. And there's a couple shows around the country that, we do a lot of the similar stuff.
Because we share ideas.
Yeah.
Everybody helps each other out.
Yeah. And the personnel and stuff like that of the shows, it just kind of fits. They're kind of like different styles. And we have a unique style, obviously, with this show. But Bob and the Showgram are kind of in the same lane. And Dave Ryan, a good buddy of mine in Minneapolis at KDWV, is the same way. The thing I'll tell you about that, and I love the idea, and we've always wanted to do it, they've got a specially built studio where they actually have
space.
Not even just space, but they actually have rows of seats.
Yeah, and probably they have good
Nice.
microphones and all that stuff to
Yeah.
where it's all kind of built in.
It was built for that. I think it was Budweiser, because I've talked to Bob about it before, just about how they did it, because I was very fascinated with it. But yeah, they got like some serious money from somebody and did a whole studio build out, and it really, works for them and all that kind of stuff. I would love to do it. I don't hate the concept. I love it, but it takes a lot of money to get it going, to do it right.
I don't know if they do it anymore, but I know they did that with Stern too. He had he'd have audience members in there with great microphones and
we'd love doing
seats.
that. We've talked. I mean, the pipe dream would be they've got some space in the back here, but their offices that are around. It's the only problem. But it might be nice one of these times, one of these days, if we ever got a big sponsor to build something out, that we could do that. But
I remember there was talks
keep it in
about that
mind.
for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's just the cost is so insane. Yeah, I think you're talking several hundreds of thousands of dollars.
You just got to get it sponsored. Yeah.
and not many people want to write a check that big.
Right.
And they could probably turn that into a moneymaker though. If you put that much money into a staging area, you could bring acts
It'd be
in and
nice.
charge people.
Well, a lot
too.
of radio stations have kind of like little performance theaters and stuff. Wild had a really small one. When we were in Miami, they were starting to build one, but I think they have a pretty nice one down there now. When we were at the corporate headquarters in Portland for Alpha,
They have a great
They have a really good
If we
one.
had that performance theater, we'd definitely do a Friday free-for-all.
But their sponsor was Skype, and
Yeah.
they paid big bucks.
And it was corporate money, and they paid all
But
that
you
kind of
could
good
tell
stuff.
it was done really nice.
Yeah, it
Yeah, they
was.
put millions into that one. So
They did.
Yeah, right now our thing to that, our flip side of that, what we do, that's what we're trying to do with the live podcast. Knowing that necessarily we don't have the space to entertain here, so we'll go out somewhere else where we can do it. So
We want to put hundreds into it.
yeah, well,
But you're getting
They
kind
put
of
millions.
You're getting a little carried away with the hundreds though.
We want to put tens.
We like
into
to
it.
like to get about 75 bones into something.
story of our show, man, no budget, so doing our best. But I do love the idea, and if we do, you're definitely there. So thank you for that. Chelsea sent this in, said Jason was talking about not going into pools anymore or hot tubs when you were mentioning So what, the average hot tub has 60 gallons of urine in it?
Well, not pools. Public pools is the one I won't
It was
go to.
public, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's public pools and hot tubs. That was the average. And you mentioned that there's like urine in it, and you'd said PB and all that kind of stuff. And they want to know what's PB. Can you please explain what that stands
I just didn't know if that was too graphic for the regular air, and I think it was. PB, you know, I don't like to say it. Period blood. I'm sorry. When I'm thinking about if there's like 30 people in there and it's just kind of soaking it all in, kind of grosses me
soaking
out.
it all in. You think you're just kind of floating around in there?
Look, if there's 10 girls in the pool,
At least 2 of them's bleeding.
thank you.
Yeah, and look.
But I mean, they don't have a way to contain that.
You do and you don't.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
And I've seen it both ends, Kev.
Let's get into the mechanics.
They're bleeding from both ends?
No, I mean I've seen it from both sides of the camp.
His girls bleed from the ass.
You bring up ass more than I do. I think you're the ass player around here. No, I've seen it where girls celebrate it and where girls don't.
If you're wearing a tampon and you go in the pool, that tampon gets completely and totally saturated.
Yeah.
So to say that there's never going to be any leakage happening is to live in a world of denial.
I mean, you'd have to live in a world of everybody's hashtag be cool that goes into a pool and a public jacuzzi. And I can tell you this, I'm sure as shit, not everyone's hashtag be cool when they're getting in the jacuzzi.
Okay.
There's PB everywhere.
PB, huh?
There is.
and it ain't peanut butter. That would
Oh,
be
if
cool.
only it was.
If we menstruated peanut butter, that'd be
Oh,
awesome.
That'd be
that
pretty
would
awesome.
be the best invention.
Noelle sent an idea here about what to put in the KVJ museum we were talking about yesterday. She said, by the way, I would definitely visit. She said, the most meaningful item for me in the museum would be that pen that Kevin used circa July 2014. He took a photo of his right hand while tweeting out the caption, "Been practicing my signature." That message signaled the return of our beloved show after a miserable 3-month absence. Love you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. That was her idea. Plus a whole bunch of videos that she could watch over and over again. One of her favorites is Jaybird sitting in the office chair with the leaf blower, and he was spinning himself round and round.
Really? I'm surprised on that one. That got a lot of dislikes from people.
Well, I know one person that likes it. Somebody said, are you no longer on Facebook Live? Yeah, we can't put the regular show up there now because of the music copyrights. They kicked us off.
They kicked us off and they kicked us hard.
Facebook and YouTube, they govern by their own rules and they can
Yeah.
be dicks because, I mean, where else are we going to go?
We're working on some stuff, though, to hopefully try to remedy that problem. So we're actually just kind of waiting back on word from something from corporate that if we get the green light on, then we should hopefully be able to be back on Facebook. But I think what the alternative is going to be is that we will hopefully, like, as soon as like a segment is done, we'll be able to put it up quickly on Facebook Live for you to watch. And it would just be that segment.
The goal is to make
Yeah.
it as easy and as quick for everyone listening and watching.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
That's it. So we're hopefully going to get to that, and soon. We're working on that behind the scenes right now, trying to make that happen. So hopefully a couple weeks away. We'll see how it goes. Will from Jupiter sent this in about military training. We were kind of asking, after watching some clips of Full Metal Jacket last week.
Yeah.
On the show, is it still like that in basic training? I mean, because they were using all kinds of like
Slurs.
Slurs, racial and homophobic, and also there was like slapping and hitting going on. And I'm like,
Really?
yeah. If you watch that movie, and back in like the '80s, when I first saw it, I'm like, I didn't think too much of it. But now you watch it like going, there's no way they could get away with that stuff.
Kevin
today,
played
right?
a clip of it, and in the movie, the drill sergeant, and I've heard before, back in the day, the language is pretty tough in the Army, but he was calling a lot of people the slurs and all that. We were wondering, can they still get away with that today in basic training?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was in an era where you couldn't be gay in the military. And, now that you can, it's like, you'd be going, really? You can't say that.
Well, the guy, the drill sergeant in the movie, he goes down the row and, he insults the black guy, the Italian guy, anybody of any kind of ethnic, and he says their slur.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh. So his 2 cents here said, I wasn't a part of the Marine Corps, but I was in the Navy. Now, nowadays, they do not throw slurs at you like they used to, but they will make you feel like the littlest piece of shit if you let them. Multiple times, the instructors left grown men crying by just yelling at them. The phrase break you down to build you back up is very accurate. They break you down physically and mentally. Many times at the end of your training, if your instructor shows pride in your improvement, it is 10 times more meaningful because they broke you down so far before, and it really showcases your improvement. You just have to not take it all so personally. There's a reason why many military people come out with a different personality. It doesn't stop in boot camp. Not as intense, but people will not sugarcoat or beat around the bush when something is brought to your attention. To tell you the truth, I think the Queen would do great in any boot camp. Kev, LOL, Jason, Kev, LOL, Jason would probably cry a lot. LOL. Love you guys.
But he cries here, so.
Yeah, I mean, par for the course.
Exactly. Somebody said they got an issue they need some advice on. My fiance and I have been together for 8 years, and I'll be getting married later this year. Now, I know Virginia has mentioned that she and Panda do not share a bank account to keep things simple, but I feel that when my fiance tells me he doesn't want to get a joint account, that he does't trust me the way I believe he should.
Yep, that's correct.
The person who makes less always thinks it's a good idea to have a joint account.
Yeah, of course. Look, I mean, again, don't take it so personal. They're just trying to say, hey, I want my money, and
You got to sit down and you got to figure out the bills. And if he makes more, you got to make him pay more of the bills. And you got to do it so it's fair for everybody. And then everybody knows what their responsibility is each month. And then everybody has their own play money at the end of the month. Whatever they don't pay for the bills that you've agreed to ahead of time is your own personal little stash of money that you can do whatever you want with. And you don't have to ask anybody's permission. That's why I do it.
That's what I love. I think you have the right. If you're earning all that money and you are providing for your family, no one should ever tell you what you can do with the extra money.
Do you think your spouse should have equal mad cash to you, or because you make more that you should be able to have more mad cash? Like, let's say, for instance, bills are all taken care of. That's fine. But now it's like, hey, because I make a good bit more money, I get to go out and buy more clothes for myself. My closet's going to be more bountiful. I'm going to have more toys than you're going to have, all that kind of stuff.
If you divvy up the bills correctly, at the end of the month, you guys should have about the same amount of play money. If you divvy up the bills correctly based on the percentage of income you bring to the table, your play money should be about the same at the end of the month for each of you.
See, for me, it's all about approach and attitude. If someone's sweet and kind and nice and shows they want to be in a relationship and be a positive force in your life, then I would have no problem giving them extra play money, and even if they weren't working. But if they are expecting it and they are not kind and they're giving you shit all the time, I'm talking guy or girl, then yeah, that would be really, really annoying. And that's, I think, a lot of times why there's problems. Somebody doesn't do the right approach with it.
Would you be resentful? Let's say, okay, all the bills are paid. You've done that whole kind of like thing. And, you know, when it is all said and done, let's say you have somebody that has got a six-figure job. They make maybe $400,000, and then they're in a relationship with somebody that makes, you know, maybe $50,000. And so, you know, differentially they do all the bills, but the person who makes $400,000 still got a good bit of money left. Like when they go out, like on vacation and things like that, should he be flipping the bill for all the drinks and all that kind of stuff? Or she, you know, whoever it might be is making more money?
He should.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about a guy that makes $400,000.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a stark difference.
He needs to pay all the bills, and he needs to pay for vacations. And then her money, if she makes 50, is hers, and she gets to do with that 50 whatever she wants. And that becomes fair.
Yeah, if you're the dude or the girl making that much money, again, though, my whole thing is on the other end, are they being good in the relationship too? The thing that pisses me off is when someone's working really, really hard, they're providing, then the other person, and there's not really doing anything, and then they're negative, and then they kind of bitch and complain. That's, to me, and I see that a lot, man.
In any relationship, you have to make sure that you always keep
Respect.
acting like you acted when you first started dating. Respecting, caring, loving, being considerate.
And not I think when people don't appreciate things, I think that builds resentment when you are busting your ass and then all of a sudden you don't feel appreciated. That's going to piss you off.
Trisha goes on to say here, I think finances are a part of marriage, but he doesn't see any benefit to it. Neither of us have crazy spending habits or a large sum of money to begin with, but I don't see the sense in transferring money between accounts when it should be one account in the first place. Opinions from the three of you would be appreciated.
Well, there is no transferring of accounts. I mean, that's silly. He should have his own checking account. You should have your own checking account. And he gets his paycheck. You get your paycheck. And then you guys sit down and you decide who's going to pay what percentage of the bills. In my house, I pay some of the bills and Panda pays some of the bills. We divvy them up. Like, I know every month he's got the car insurance. I know every month I've got the FPL. That's the way we have it divvied up. And I think that keeps you from fighting as much. I mean, of course, you're still going to fight. You're a married couple. It's just inevitable. But if you cover your bases and you pay your bills and then you have a little extra spending money at the end, he can't tell you what to do with it and you can't tell him what to do with his.
Okay, so you got your own little thing, and it's like, go have your own little bit of fun. Because, yeah, finances are the number one thing that they say that couples split up over.
It's true.
If everything's paid for, you got a roof over your head, everyone's breathing and everyone's safe. If you make your own money, after all that's taken care of, you should be able to spend your money the way you want. I'm sorry, that's my personal belief.
Let me see. Got a couple of shout-outs here. Kristen said, we give a birthday shout-out to my friend Brittany. Her birthday's on Sunday.
Brittany!
Happy birthday, Britt.
She's a KVJ fan and a fan of tea.
Oh,
look at that.
fancy.
And also, Aaron would like to wish his wife Kelly a happy 7-year anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
There you go. They moved out of Palm Beach County up to New Hampshire 2 years ago, but they listen to the podcast daily.
No, come back.
And let me see. Thanks, Kev, Virginia, and Jerby for always keeping it real.
Jerby. We got some really nice pictures, by the way, of gerbil body, jaybird face, and those were such a treat.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Very good.
Saw this. Warning signs of a nervous breakdown.
Uh-oh.
How do you know, like, you're on the edge? Have you guys ever thought, like, okay, I'm about to snap, like, I'm losing it?
When I was younger, in my, I would say earlier to mid-20s, I had a couple moments where I'm like, I think I'm going crazy.
I think I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah, for sure.
The summer when we got fired, I did.
It was weird. I mean, I knew everything was going to be okay, and I didn't hate having a little bit of time off. It was kind of nice.
No, I know. It was fantastic,
But
wasn't it?
I would say
You get
week
fired more often.
Week 3, I'm like, all right, we better get fucking hired.
I hated it. I was miserable.
You know why I was so happy and relieved? Because I hated it so much down there, and I hated dying on the air publicly. I was ready just to have something happen.
They say the signs of a nervous breakdown. 1, you have escape fantasies. Like you want to pick up and leave everything behind.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I want to just go to an island and not fucking worry about computer. When someone starts saying that shit, I just want to live off the land, man. They are going through something.
They said you feel like you have no downtime, which is common if you have kids, but it can also be a sign of anxiety and depression.
By the way, everyone's got a little bit of depression and anxiety. It's just part of the human DNA. Everyone's going to have a little bit of that.
Number 3, you struggle to make simple decisions. It might be because your body's producing too much of the stress hormone cortisol. You've stopped socializing completely. You don't even want to because you're too overwhelmed with everything else, so it feels like work to socialize. Another sign of a nervous breakdown, you can't sleep. It's a classic sign of anxiety and depression. You're having panic attacks. Obviously, it's a sign you're dealing with major anxiety. Sign number 7, you are self-sabotaging. A common example is going out drinking when you know you have to wake up early. Stress eating is another one.
I think about that breakdown.
Jaybirds check.
I see if they're going-
I'm looking at
box.
his list. There's a lot of check marks on it.
Maybe I just live on the verge of a breakdown all the time.
Wait, number 8, warning signs of a nervous breakdown. It feels like you keep failing at everything.
Everything, really? Yeah, this is gonna pump me up. You really think I fail at everything?
If you weren't depressed before,
Yeah, thanks.
come talk to us.
How's your track record today?
You're already down. We will kick you down a peg.
Yeah, I know. I lost the New Name movie game in the end of the song game.
Life is terrible.
Which probably isn't true, but if you feel like you're constantly failing at work and at home, you might be depressed. So there you go. That's 8 signs.
I will say, though, if I do feel like I'm not talking about games on the air, but if I do feel like I failed at work, that does depress me. You guys ever get that?
Yeah.
Like, I'll feel like I'm in a slump sometimes just with the way, with ideas or just on the air, and that will get me down for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's probably the number one thing. I mean, a lot of my happiness is tied into how we're performing here and how we're doing. So almost to the point where I recognize it is probably a little dysfunctional.
My dad told me that, and he goes, "You're wrapped too much up in what happens with the show and all that." He goes, "Your personal life sucks because of it."
I think I see that with you, definitely. But I think with me, like, if stuff's not right in my personal life, I can't come in here and do good. Like, I get mind fucked.
It's weird. If things aren't right in here, I can't do my personal life right. I swear to you,
I know,
I'm
it's
kind
kinda
of a
weird,
mess
yeah.
with if shit's going wrong at work, my personal life falls apart because I think this is, I don't know. I don't know. I just think I love this too much, maybe.
You love her more.
I think I love this job.
It's a love affair.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I hear you, man. No, I completely get that.
I think that's
So.
why I'm single.
A couple things to announce here. Carrie Ann said, I am a team leader for a Relay for Life team. Our event is coming up next Saturday to raise money in our fight against cancer. We are having a fundraiser that is going to be on Sunday at Accomplice Cider Works on Florida Mango in West Palm from 3 to 6. It's $20, all you can drink on select ciders. And we've also got bingo.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds, drinking and bingo? Oh, hells yes.
And ciders. That's just kind of your sweet kind of potion, isn't
Love
it?
it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. But bingo is fun. We should get a group together to do that.
I love bingo. I mean, you can do it 2 ways. You can go to somebody else's bingo and just tear it the fuck up, or you can host your own bingo.
No, we need to go renegade style. We want to try to go everywhere and be hated.
It's a great idea. Mm-hmm. Let me see. You've also got another event that is going to be happening at St. Baldrick's. That's starting to go on, the Shave for a Cure.
It's a great event.
Yep, this is going to be next Saturday, 12 to 3 at the Twisted Tuna on Southeast Salerno Road in Stewart. So there you go. Go check that out to participate, become a shavey, and go bald with us at the event. Get friends, family, and coworkers to sponsor you.
You guys ever been in one of those? Those are really cool.
I have.
Everyone's shaving their heads in front of everybody.
I went with you.
Did you?
Yeah.
I mean, what? 05?
It meant something to me.
It meant something to me too, Mom. Oh yeah, I remember. You had that green blouse on. You were wearing rouge.
It was on St. Patty's Day. Of course I had a fucking green top on.
Just to let you guys know, for St. Patty's Day, we've got our little thing going on. We're going to do a party train.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me the details over there, Bronk.
The details of what we've got coming up next Friday. We are going to be starting the party train. Actually, it's going to be on the 17th. So
Yeah,
it's
2
Yeah,
Fridays.
2 Fridays. I'm so anxious. I'm getting ahead of myself.
You better slow your roll, party train.
5 p.m. We're going to be starting at the Pirates Well.
Okay.
There in Gardens, North Palm, whatever you want to call that. 5 p.m. We're going to be there. Then we go to Brogues in Lake Worth. It is on Lake Avenue, right across from Dave's Last Resort.
Love it.
And then we go to Double D starting 8 to 9. That's at least when we're timed to be there. That is on Southern Boulevard.
Is that on a Friday?
That is on a Friday.
Oh,
Yes.
Shit, yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
I'm so happy it's a Friday this year.
So that means Mama's turning it out then.
Oh, Mama's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Then we will have Drunk Virginia for that following week.
You will.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's going to be going on. Got to check. I haven't got any details yet on if there is a party bus that's going to be following us or what's going to be going on there. But yeah.
They're making us pay for our own Ubers, but hey, that's okay.
Yeah. 2 weeks away, 2 Fridays from now. That's what we got going on. So parties keep on coming. That's what's happening. All right, that's it for us here today.
Virginia's getting ready to bitch about something.
No. I was going to say, if you want me to set up a car for us so that we're not, worried about anything,
Yeah.
I'll set it up now.
I'll have you talk to Beth. I don't
Okay.
know. Our promotions director is handling those details.
Set it up.
Yeah.
Set it up.
So
He
we'll
doesn't
see
want to have
what's
his
going on.
balls grabbed. That's all that is.
I'm not going on a bus this year. Not to be a diva.
Every time we put him on a bus, his balls get seriously injured. These drunk girls, for whatever reason, on every single party bus, without fail, grab his testicles and yank hard.
But just every one, two, I always have to pay for something that someone broke.
He broke a TV.
Yeah.
Had to pay for that.
Yeah.
It's never worked out good.
As of now, I have not seen anything about a bus. So, yeah. So you can probably, what'll be easy is if you're, around Pirates Well or Brogues, or you can just, jump in, make sure you have a designated driver, of course, and everything should be good.
Uber.
Yeah,
Lyft.
that's it.
Use it.
If you ever want to see what events we got going on, and hey, I'd like to go hang out with the KVJ show, we put all of them on our website, kvjshow.com. They're really easy to find. They're just kind of like you scroll down just a little bit, not even far at all, and you're like, oh, okay, here's your upcoming events. All the events in South Florida are on there as well, so if you want to catch up with those, get on the KVJ e-blast, sign up for that. It takes you about 10 seconds at kvjshow.com. That'll be delivered to your inbox every single week. You guys have an amazing weekend. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.